Good morning, all. It is February 21st of 2024. And if you go by one of my earlier videos, it's a week after Thanksgiving. We're past that now. So, we have had a very interesting few days. Now, my wife is off and my daughter is off this week, so I've been running around doing errands that are easier to do during the week than they are on weekends. Case in point, getting oil changed on the car. It's a lot easier during the week than it is on the weekends. You don't wait as long. Shit like that, okay? But as you all know, Trump has to pay all those millions and blah, blah, blah. It'll be appealed and this and that. People forgot that he made like $4 billion on this Truth Social merger, or he sold it. I don't know. All I know is he made $4 billion the day he had to, the day of the verdict. And then he sold a bunch of sneakers and everybody went batshit on that. Oh, I thought you people were broke. We are. I didn't buy a pair of sneakers. I don't have $400 to throw away on a pair of sneakers. Some people do. Some people are doing a little better than most. Okay? Most of the people can't afford a lot of shit. Some people can. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's always been. It's just more people now can't afford shit that they did before. Okay? We got that clear? Good. But now, Governor Horsetooth, my governor, Kathy Hochul, is now doing damage control. Because now, after this verdict, businesses want to flee. And I'm talking flee. Kevin O'Leary went on, you guys hate Fox anyway, but I've seen the clips here, calling this state a loser state, a mega loser state. Because of the policies, the taxes, and everything that goes on. And now this verdict, forget it. Businesses are running like hell because every business does what Trump did. Every one of them. Okay? Every single business overinflates their buildings or what the cost is going to be. Banks come in and go, no, I'm not going to take your word for it. I'm going to assess this myself with an independent assessor. He comes in, says, no, your shit ain't worth this much. It's worth this much, and we'll base a loan on this much. That's what you do with your own damn house. I had my house appraised. I think it costs this much. Appraiser comes in and goes, nah, it ain't worth that much. Sorry. And away we go. I still don't see who is the victim here. Who did he defraud? Was it a tax thing? Because why didn't the IRS go after him? I mean, seriously. So, the whole thing is a bunch of shit, if you ask me. Lieutenant James ran on, I'm going to get Trump, and that's what she did. But now, Governor Horsetooth, as I like to call her, is now doing damage control. And the words you have to hear, you have to listen to the words. Trump's behavior won't be tolerated. Behavior? Like a child? I mean, trust me, Trump sometimes doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. He doesn't have people around him saying, you know what, shut the fuck up. This might not be in your best interest right now. Shut your mouth. But he has nobody around him like that. It's all yes people. Do what you got to do, Trump. Yeah. No. There needs to be someone around Trump saying, shut the fuck up. The more you move your mouth, the more trouble you get. Plain and simple. Talk about your policies, talk about what you want to do for the country, and shut the fuck up about everything else. Just shut up about it. Let everybody else take their course on this. So, Kathy Hochul, Horsetooth, comes out and says, because of his behavior, no, that's not how we treat businesses here in New York. It's exactly how you treat businesses now. You have now set a precedent that no business wants to do business with any banks in New York, the financial capital of the United States. Okay? They don't want to come here now. She's got this data thing that's going on upstate. That's one business that you're giving tax breaks to, by the way. Out of how many now that are fleeing New York? They are going to go in droves after this. Hell, the truck drivers don't even want to deliver here now. Okay, because of that verdict. They don't want to deliver here. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. I have no idea. I'll notice it at the store if the shelves are shitty. But they don't want to come to New York now. Now, if I was a truck driver, I wouldn't want to come to New York either, just because of the tolls and the taxes they throw on you. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you start up with the tolls that are $18 for cars. Think about how much that is for tractor trailers and trucks. Okay, it's at upwards of $50, maybe more, because they go by the axle. And they're going to do the same thing with this stupid ass congestion pricing for all the businesses below 60th Street. If you're going to protest something, protest that. That's what I would do. But, you know, look, if you want to protest the Trump verdict, that's fine. I think the whole thing is a sham. I think the whole thing's going to be overturned in appeals. And quite frankly, for what they brought to the trial, the judge in that case should be thrown off the bench. And James should be fucking disbarred. Because it was all a political stunt. She used this to get elected, and then she had to do something about it, and she brought up this bullshit. You can say what you want about Trump. You don't have to like him. But when you're talking about business itself, and no one was defrauded, everybody got their money back. Here's the whole thing in a nutshell. Who was defrauded? If he has to pay this $354 million, who does it go to? That's what you should be asking. Who's getting this money? Because the banks said at trial, we're fine. We got our money plus interest, and it was paid off early. So Trump's fine with us, business-wise. So I don't know where this supposed penalty is going to. Who's it going to? Department of Finance? They're not the ones that fucking got defrauded, so I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who. It's a fraud case where no one got defrauded. It's the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. You can disagree all you want just because you hate Trump. That's the basis of this whole thing. I hate Trump. We're going to make him pay. For what? For what? Apparently he's paid his taxes because the IRS didn't go after him. I don't know. The whole thing is screwy. Hochul's trying to do damage control to keep businesses in New York, and they're going, lady, you just set a precedent with this. Because every single business does what Trump did. Forget about hating Donald Trump. Every single business does what Trump just did. They overinflate, banks reassess, and then they base their loans on that. End of story. It's the same thing with your house. Anyway, you all can fight about it in the comments, and if you're a complete asshole, you know I'm going to block you. So, have a good day, and booyah!